All right, let's go. Let's just get into this night number 2 in St. Louis here. And I'll get to the stuff that I liked, and there was plenty of it. But I got a bone to pick with this end of this show here. And for all the great things I say about this band, and I say many every night, night after night, but man, they sure have trouble ending shows sometimes. And as much as I love Trey and you love Trey, nobody loves Trey more than Trey. And it was on full display here during first tube. This No Men in No Man's Land, which nobody really wanted at the time, And by the way, why you got to do everything Blaze On does? Get your own personality. But, look, even having said that, it kind of really did. It was a big, powerful end here. The No Men in No Man's Land was building and building. It just kept going. The energy was going off the charts. It was like, wow, what a set ender, Maybe I was too critical too soon of this song. All right, if you and Blaze On are going to do this, but it was not the set ender, because then they come right back and they do first tube to do the same exact thing. It was just like back to back, all Trey, all the time. And then we get down here to Grind and Miss You. Shout out to the Healing Net Foundation. Next time you're feeling charitable, probably a worthy cause. The Healing Net Foundation, Miss You and Grind. I mean, that could have been an email. You didn't really need thousands of people to stick around for that, did you? We could have just got right to Harry Hood. And it was a great Harry Hood, actually. But we didn't really need all. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't know how to end a show, do they? 41 years and they still haven't figured out how to end a show after an otherwise great show. Nah, maybe not great show. It was a pretty good show. Last night was a great show. This one was okay. We had a little lull here in the middle. Not every song. There's not a ton of songs I don't like. But that was a run of like 3 there in the row I could live without. And then Lawn Boy, I wouldn't say I dislike Lawn Boy, but if you're also going to play Bouncin and Horn and Numberline, you're starting to stack songs that aren't going to be in my top 50. We got a big Boogie On, though, and the Back on the Train was probably maybe the highlight of the first set. Finally got that Hey Strangers. A good start here with the Casbah, Turtle in the Clouds. The Hey Strangers probably didn't reach the spot that the last one did, though, actually. Maybe a step back for Hey Stranger. Back on the Train, taking a big step forward. Maybe it's, while it's been old Mr. Reliable most of the last decade, every now and then they shortchange it a little bit, just race through it. Tonight it was big, powerful Back on the Train. And then, into this trio of whatever. Into Pebbles and Marbles, very welcomed Pebbles and Marbles. Felt like a good one there, but then back down to Bouncin. Like, all right, does this really need to stay in the rotation? And again, after all of this. So then we get Boogie On, like an unofficial Mike song and an unofficial Page song, really, to end things here. The Boogie On, kind of like the Back on the Train, kind of gets shortchanged a lot. One that historically is kind of one of my favorite songs for a cover, for sure. It would be one of my top covers, but more often than not really getting it done. But then this Boogie On really did. And then Squirming Coil ending the thing. Page up there all by himself. The guys leave the stage one at a time, leaving Mr. McConnell up there. Did not give us a stick around. I think he said we'll be right back. He got the shortest set break. That's the only problem with ending a set that way. But I do love that. As much as I love Slave ending a set, I also love Coil ending a set. Hey, you can stick it anywhere, really. Would Page ever have the guts to just go like, hey, I'm going to play evening song? I'm going to be like, Trey loves Trey, Page loves Page. I'm playing evening song. Somebody toss me a sandwich. I don't need a set break. All right, so let's get over here. We started out very well. They know how to start a show in a set. Most nights they know how to end a show, all right? But not always. And it just goes on. And Trey was like, hey, I hope you guys feel like sticking around. Yeah, I would have, man. I mean, I'm on couch tour. I got nothing better to do, but... I still was a little on the chip about this, and then Free, like I said, starting out the set well. Then Mr. Completely, while it was maybe supposed to be the big one of the night, lengthwise, I believe it was. How about a lengthwise at some point? How about a taste meat at some point? All right, so then we got a Mr. Completely, and while, it didn't seem to, we didn't really get the job done, Mr. Completely, and while it's maybe not a fan favorite, I thought it, it usually comes through, actually. So when I hear Mr. Completely fired up, I think maybe some good things are going to happen. It's all right tonight. Really is where it got going. Is we stayed type 1 with Twist, and boy, kind of like down here where we also stayed type 1. It was just maybe that was the thing tonight. Maybe the most experimental thing that did well was the Ruby Waves. But then they just wanted to, Trey couldn't wait to end Ruby Waves. He was like, nah, this is everybody's celebrating here. This is like a whole band jam right now. I'm ready to get down, and it's all about Trey, really, So he pulls Pulls the plug on Ruby Waves, which is a Trey song, by the way, basically. It's not even a Phish song. Fishman was in the band. It's a half a Phish song. All right, enough about this show. I think it was good. I don't know. It was all right. That end, though. That end sucked. I'm sticking to that. You can write it on my grave. July 31st, 24 sucked, according to F Zappa 20. Phish doesn't know how to end a show, he says, after 41 years, as he sits in a spare room in his little house and criticizes this band. All right, enough's enough. You know, I just said, come on. You know it. Grind and Miss You. I'm really just pissed because I called a grind encore the other night. Now they do it. If I Could's nice. You know, we don't get that one a lot. Back on the Train, boy, that one smacked me in the face early on. Boogie On, happy when Boogie On does well. Good performance. Unofficial Mike song of the night. Didn't get that Lifesaver. Even Hood, he tried, and they must have known. Look, you know, he knew. He knew. All right, guys, boom, I'm out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're not going to unsubscribe. You know, some nights. Trey is a maniac. We love him, though. At least I still do. I don't know about you guys. You might be done with him after this display. Then he throws in a song, Miss You. You're not getting my sympathy, pal. Boom, shout out to Healing Net.